What's up guys, the Human65 here, and in today's video I will be doing my long-awaited Roku 3 review of the media streaming player from Roku. This is their third edition as well. This has been a long-awaited review that I've not been putting off. I just kind of forgot about it, and we're about to dive right into this review. So let's start off with what you're going to find inside of the Roku box. The first thing that you're going to see when you first open it is a Let's Get Started packet that will feature your getting started instruction manual and then some warranty information as well from Roku. Normally you just toss this off to the side and don't even worry about it, and it just stays in the box. Next up is your Roku 3 itself, wrapped up in its packaging as you see right here. And then also inside of the box right beside it is your Roku 3 remote. This remote is going to have some awesome capabilities that we will be getting to later on in the review, and it's also wrapped up in its packaging to keep its glossy texture. Also underneath that, Roku includes two AA batteries. Underneath that is a power supply, and beside that is headphones for your Roku 3 that they use inside of the remote to listen to your audio. Now you do not have to use these headphones with your Roku 3. So taking a closer look at the Roku 3, you can see its beautiful glossy and matte design with a 3 on the front of, or on the top of it for Roku 3, obviously. You can see that it's pretty small, and on the front of it it says Roku 3, and where that slit is, there's actually an LED light in there that'll indicate when you're using the remote or not. On the left side of it, or technically the right side, there's a USB port that you can use to expand your storage or really whatever you want to use in it. On the back of the Roku 3, there's a Ethernet port, your power supply port, an HDMI port, which you will need, and also a micro SD card slot, so if you want to put in more storage to your Roku. And located on the other side is just the Roku branded tag that they always use in their products. You will have to purchase an HDMI cord, however, that one is not provided in the box for you. Setup for the Roku 3 is a fairly easy task. The first thing that you have to do is select your language, connect to your wireless internet. Then you have to update your Roku to the latest software for your system to work properly. After you're done with the update, you will select your time zone and the area that you live in. And then after that, you will be prompted to take a other device using a computer, tablet, iPhone, whatever you want to use to activate your Roku. Once you're done with this, you will also be able to download the apps straight from your phone to the Roku system using their online thing. After you're done doing that, it'll automatically load the apps that you selected over to your Roku 3. Once this is complete, you will be brought to your Roku 3 home page. So next up, we are going to go ahead and talk about the features on your Roku 3. So here's your home page for the Roku 3. As you can see, this has changed since the unboxing video and setup video, because I've been able to mess around with it, play with it, and things like that. So let's start with where I'm at right now. This is your home screen for your Roku 3. You can move your apps around how you want to. Let's say that I don't want YouTube right there. All you have to do is press the star button on the remote. You can rate it, move channel, remove channel, or just close out. If you want to move the channel, it's just as simple as using the pad on your Roku 3 remote, and then once it's at where you want, all you have to do is press OK. Navigating through your Roku 3 home is very easy, just using the up, down, and side to side buttons on your remote. Over here to the side, you have your Roku 3 settings. You've got home, movie store, TV shows, news, search, streaming channels, and settings. Remember, some things on the Roku 3 are free, but the movie store and TV store will be paid things that you will pay for through the Roku. So watch out for that if you're looking to do things like that. News, you can get all your news from AOL.on, and then also you can search things if you want to. Streaming channels is very easy. It's the channel store basically for your Roku. You can go through and see featured, new, most popular, etc., and things like that. You can also search top free or top paid. So in this case, let's go ahead and go into top free, and let's say that I wanted to download Fox News. All I have to do is click it and hit add channel, and it'll add Fox News to my Roku homepage. The first thing that it's going to do, if you need to update something, it'll probably update it, and then it'll show you the success screen that it's there. You go back to your home screen, scroll down to the bottom, and here it is. And once again, if I don't want that, all I have to do is press star and hit the remove channel button. So let's go ahead and go into Netflix. Netflix, obviously, I think that we all know what Netflix is. The first thing that it's going to want you to do is click who you are if you've got more than one person on there. After that, the Netflix interface is very easy to use. Not all the interfaces will be the same, but most of them are. The Netflix interface, like I said, is very easy to use. They bring up all your different genres and things like that. Playback is also in 1080p HD, so that is very nice as well for it. But do also remember, when you play back your audio or play back your video, the buffering speed will be compared to how good the quality is. Once it's done buffering, the quality should be better. So here, if you guys are wondering, here's what I have got on my Roku 3. I've got YouTube, Netflix, Amazon Instant Video, Hulu Plus, Revision 3, Vudu, Pandora, Blockbuster On Demand, which I don't use, Target Ticket, which I don't use, Quillo Concerts, I don't know what that is, Amazon Music, Watch ESPN, Facebook, Angry Birds Space, which is also a free game that you can get for the Roku 3, the NHL app, CNET, and Twit TV. The Roku 3 is a very nice system to use. Also on the remote for the Roku 3 is a volume button. On the side of the remote there's 2 volume control buttons, and on the other side is a headphone jack. As you guys can see up in the top right hand corner right there, there's an exclamation point saying that I do not have any headphones plugged in. But right here, if I plug in some headphones to the headphone jack, then it'll let me control the volume as you see right there through the headphones. So it's not a TV control volume, it's actually a remote headphone control volume. And then once you play anything on your Roku through that, it'll go through the remote instead of through the TV. So that's kind of nice. Also, if you're listening to Pandora, you can have your headphones plugged into your remote, and as long as you're in Wi-Fi range of your Wi-Fi box, you can listen to it through there. Now, the remote for the Roku 3 does use Wi-Fi instead of Bluetooth and IR, so as long as you're on the same Wi-Fi network, you will be able to control your Roku 3 pretty much from wherever you are. So let's go ahead and dive into my final thoughts of the Roku 3. The Roku 3, I think, by far is one of the best media players that we have now, due to the fact because of how you can download different apps on it and not be stuck with the same thing. You can expand your storage and things like that. I think that overall it could use some changes. I think the remote's very nice, but you know, some things out there have got different things now, like voice search and things like that. So I hope that Roku 3 in the future will come out with a 4th edition. But so far, I'm really enjoying using my Roku 3. It's almost been a year since I've done the unboxing, and I have enjoyed it since then. And I've been using it more than I've actually been watching regular TV. So is this a cable cutter? It's up to you technically, but overall, like I said, I love using my Roku 3 and I've never got bored using it. Alright guys, so that's going to wrap up this Roku 3 review. If you guys enjoyed it, please click the like button down below, subscribe to see new videos, and I will see you guys in my next video.